This is my story of how I started with Simply Soothing. My name is Nikki Salick, and I am the Chief Operations Officer for Simply Soothing. This is the first picture of our family business back in 2003. In this picture is my mom, my grandma, and me. To think about where we started over 15 years ago to the business that we have created now. Back in 2003, my mother approached me about a business idea she had. She went to Missouri and she went to a store called Bath Junkies, where she watched people of all ages create products by picking the product, the scent, and the color, and then mixing it up themselves. She thought this was a great idea and she loved it, so she decided we could do it as well. So within a month's time, we opened a store in downtown Muscatine called Simply Soothing. So the few customers we had liked the idea and loved the product, but some feedback we got back was that they didn't like taking the time to actually do it. So unfortunately, it turns out that starting a business within a month's time isn't a good idea. So we closed the store after the Christmas season. If you ever hear my mother tell the story, it's I lost my job, my house caught fire, and my dog died all in one day. But out of all that, actually, the greatest thing ever happened to us was we had our daughter that December of that year. So after all that, she moved the business to her basement. She would have parties and do craft shows over the next few years. And I helped her out part-time, which actually worked out well for me at that time because I was raising my daughter and decided to go back to school. Then she gets a call from a cosmetics company out of Chicago that wants her to private label her cream for them. Well, keep in mind that at that time she was making the cream on her kitchen stove. So she made the decision to buy a building in downtown Columbus Junction and try a storefront again. I continued to work for her part-time, and then in 2008, while there was flooding going on, she came up with Bug Soother, which is an all-natural bug repellent. Over the next few years, we limped along, making small batches of Bug Soother and selling out and redoing that process over and over again. About 2010, she finally hires me full-time, and we decided to try to grow the business. We have had our ups and downs over the years with the business. The fun part about my job is helping my mom come up with new products and figuring out how to make them. So as you've heard, it has been an interesting and crazy ride, from starting in Muscatine with a storefront to ending in a small town of Columbus Junction with a storefront, where our little town is known for the Swinger Bridge and now Bug Soother. So again, to think about where we started over 15 years ago to where our business has gone now. To me, it is interesting to see where something starts out and then to see where they are going to go. You just never know. So this is a picture of our company now, and a picture of me and my mother still working together.